Hey everyone, and welcome to a new episode of my Parkitect Sandbox park. Now here you can see an overview of the park as far as I've built it. So this gives you a really nice view of all the different areas that we have in the park. So here's the main street with the more generic themed area. Over here is a woody in the forested area. Here's the spooky haunted area. Over here is the sort of African canyon theme. Here we have the jungle. Yeah, we have the icy or snowy mountain, and here we have the volcano section. So in this episode I wanted to focus on the area over here. Now since it's next to the main street, it's going to be a theme that's a little bit more generic. But I think it will actually be kind of fun to have like a mushroom theme, something like that. So I want to have an area here, probably with some giant mushrooms. Still a little bit garden-like, like the rest of this generic stuff. But yeah, having lots of mushrooms in it like that will definitely help to distinguish it from the rest of the park, and it should give it its own feel. Now, not really sure how far I'm going to take this theme, but I'll cook something up. Anyway, I also really want to build a flying coaster somewhere in the park, and I think this generic mushroom theme will actually be a good theme to build this coaster in, because there's some other themed areas that I want to place in the park. There's probably going to be 2 more themed areas, and I already have some rides planned for them. So if I want to build a flying coaster, I should do it now. Anyway, for this area I will probably split it up a bit, so this will be a themed area. Not really sure where I'm going to make the dividing line, but that'll be something for me to figure out. Also depends a bit on how big the flying coaster ends up being. Anyway, I'll just get started on the flying coaster here. Not really sure how big I want it to be, but I do have some plans for some interaction with this ride. Anyway, time to get started with the coaster. Okay, here's a really fun element which I don't think exists on an actual flying coaster, which is a chain lift with half loop down immediately right from the top. Well, it doesn't. I don't believe it exists on a real flying coaster, but I do think it's a real fun element to have. So I think this is an element that I will make on the flying coaster. So yeah, the layout will probably have lots of inversions. I think this will immediately be quite a fun start to the ride. Alright, I've already worked in quite an amount of inversions. So right off the bat we start with this fly to lie element, this first drop. And here immediately there's some sort of pretzel loop. So I really love these elements, they're really forceful. So quite nice elements to have on flying coasters. So I guess this would make the guests quite nauseous riding a coaster like this. Anyway, so first inversion, second inversion, and then immediately here there's another inversion, so guests are put on their backs here, and then they go with this half loop. I think this provides some awesome interaction with the path over here. Well, in reality this would actually be quite unsafe probably, so there would be nets and stuff suspended over the path. Yeah, we can probably in the end make the brake run pass over here and then back to the station. So yeah, I would need to go somewhere over here, and maybe I can also make some interaction with this path over here. You can probably go under the path here and then loop around it, something like that. I'll try to figure out something nice. Alright, I think I've come up with a really fun layout. So here we have the station, after that there's the lift hill. I already showed you the first drop. Basically the guest just drops straight down. And after that there's this pretzel loop. It's an element you really must have on a flying coaster. After that there's this kind of like a dive loop. And then there, we go diagonal, and the guests dive into this tunnel. And here they go under this path here. Now I might actually excavate the land here and actually turn this this path into a bridge. I think that will look nicer. And then here there's this helix before the guests return to the station here. So yeah, first half of the ride definitely most exciting, lots of inversions, but I try to have a decent amount of nice elements throughout the entire ride. So yeah, quite a bit of landscaping to do here. I'll first start with the station of the coaster. It will require a bit of a funky shape probably, so it doesn't clash with the track over here. Track does look a little bit under supported here, but yeah, I guess I cannot do much about it for now. Yeah, maybe I'll just make it look like it rests on the roof of the building. But yeah, first off, time to make the station of the ride, and then we'll probably also immediately need to make some paths through this area. I'll probably try to wind a path somewhere through these supports here without making too many of them disappear. Okay, I just saw a train valley here at the end of the brake section, so I'm just going to quickly try and do something about it. Yeah, that's definitely something we should avoid. I'm just going to try and see if it helps if I change the brake speed here a little bit. Maybe I'll have to do something with the block brake, or just get rid of this little sloped section here. But yeah, I definitely don't want my trains to get stuck here. Alright, changing the brake speed here definitely did the trick. Now, the brake run is pretty slow, but yeah, I don't really have much more space here to fit a brake run. So yeah, again, not very realistic, but I do think the layout looks pretty nice. Anyway, I'm going to continue making this path here through this area. I'll probably hook it up somewhere over here. And then after that, I'm going to continue decorating this area and the coaster. Alright, I don't know why, but this doesn't really look right to me. The landscape seems a little bit glitchy when I put it like this. I'm not really sure what causes this. Looks like a bug in the game. Let's see if we can make this look a little bit nicer again. Okay, I don't really know how I did this, but I do think this looks pretty cool. I quite like this glass support for this path. Maybe it has to do with this add tunnel to path thing. Ah yeah, that's actually it. So maybe it will look nice if I add that to the end of the other path as well. Okay, the station building for this ride, quite generic. So this is a simple building, some pillars, simple roof shape. Yeah, and also the queue for this ride is not very spectacular. I mean, it does look pretty nice out here, but under this building, yeah, I just wanted to use this space here because the space I had for a queue here overall was quite short. So yeah, not very spectacular, the queue, but I do think it works alright. Anyway, with this part now done, yeah, I will start decorating this area as well. Like I already said, I just want it to be sort of generic gardens with big mushrooms, something like that. Yeah, I had a bit of trouble finding a way for a path to pass through here, so I just made an underground section here. I think that's a really nice solution, which still keeps most of the track support here intact. Alright, I will leave it at this for this episode. I've done quite a bit of decorating here, and I want to continue doing that in the next episode, or maybe even in between episodes. What I'm still going to do now is add several entertainers to the park, named of course after more of my patrons. I guess I'll leave them. I'll let them walk around in this new area of the park. Alright, the first entertainer that we're going to rename is this raptor over here. And we will name him Donder Storm. Thanks a lot for supporting me on Patreon. I really appreciate it. And you will now roam this park forever. Alright, our next entertainer is this shark. And we will name him after Mr. Proudpaw. So thanks a lot for supporting me, Mr. Proudpaw, and you're now a shark that walks around in this new area of the park. Hope you enjoy your spot, and thanks a lot for supporting me. Alright, and our final entertainer for this episode is another shark, and this shark will be named Ego 95 BTS. Again, thanks a lot for supporting me, and I really hope you enjoy your spot in the park here. Alright, that was it for this episode. I think it will be fun to end this episode with a ride on this flying coaster. I'm really curious actually to see how it will ride. I think the layout looks quite nice, but for me it will also be exciting, because I haven't been in POV mode on this yet. Alright, I hope you enjoyed watching me build. If you liked this episode, please consider giving it a like. I would really appreciate it if you do. It would make me really happy. And I'll see you again in the next video. See you later.